Welcome back, baseball fans. Summer 69-72 World Series game number 2 with a day off. Maybe it was a rain out. Doesn't matter. It's the way the season plays out. It's you play 5 days and a day off, 5 days and a day off all throughout the season. And so each round of the playoffs, I'll show you that really quickly here in the pitching matchups. And going back to the divisional series, it was 4 games, a day off, and then 2 or 5 games off and then 2. And then in the league championships, it was 3, a day off, and then 4. And then you have 1 game, a day off, and then 5, and then a day off and 1 before game 7. And that black column of a day off continued through the regular season. This is the regular season schedule here for all the teams. I'm flashing through really quickly. The opening season was 4 days to get the top 4 starters going, then a day off. Then after that, it was 5 games, a day off, 5 games, and a day off. So that's how we got to this point. And the idea is that if you get to a World Series, you could put your ace in game 1 and have him pitch in 3 World Series games, which we often see pitchers do from time to time. As it turns out, these 2 particular squads, it's not really clear cut who the ace is. As denoted by the number next to the name, Joe Coleman was we'll look over here. This is how, from the draft, we made Lolich the ace, McLean was a 2, and Coleman was a 3. Les Kane, the pitchers who don't pitch on 3 days rest are in a black font here. The red ones, 3-day rotation, 3 days off. So you have 1, 2, and 3 here. But by the end of the season, Coleman was the ace because he pitched so darn well. McLean struggled. He went down to that spot, and Lolich went to the 2 spot. Now over here where the Mets are, in this row, Seaver, of course, was the ace. And then Kuzmin, and then the young kid, Matlack, the rookie, was the 3rd guy. Carwell can't pitch on 3 days rest. But by the end of the season, Seaver was pushed down to the 2 spot, and they moved Kuzmin up. Of course, we saw Matlack close out the league championship against the Giants. So Coleman and Kuzmin will face each other 3 times. And for Coleman, he felt that he did a much better job than Kuzmin, who was let off the hook. So that would bode well for the Tigers. Though they are probably still reeling from watching their 9th inning collapse in game 1, when a Norm Cash single off his glove, an error off Trzaskowski's glove, an error off Elliot Maddox's glove, and a triple that rolled to the wall, clearing all those base runners, won it for the Mets. But in game number 2 for the Tigers, of course, Mickey Lolich, he's got some closeout experience. If you ever want somebody to take the mound when you need him after a deflating loss or a must-win, you want Mickey Lolich out there. And for the Mets, it'll be Tom Seaver, who has been pretty ordinary all year long, but could change it rather quickly today. And there has been a change in the Tiger lineup. Normally, John Roseboro catches against right-handed pitching, but he doesn't have power. So they went with Freehand, the right-handed hitting catcher, in the lineup with power. And they also left Elliot Maddox in the game to play shortstop with power, because Tigers feel that they can take the ball out of the park against Tom Seaver. So we'll see if that happens. Let's get started. Game number 2. It's Dick Mcauliffe leading it off. 45 off the Seaver card. Triple 1 of 5 singles, the base hit. Jim Northrup, 410, center X. Tommy A.G., and listen to the ovation he gets, folks, when he catches the fly ball there. The star and hero of game 1. Al Kaline. 1-5's a 6-4-3 double play. And here he is, now leading off against left-handers. He bats 5th against righties. Lead off against lefties. Tommy A.G. 49, bounces to second. McCall's a 2E22. Makes the play. Pat Corrales, 37's a K. And Ken Singleton, 510, catcher's card. This is free hands at 2E2. We found that out after game 1, and he makes the play. Top of the second, Norm Cash, 53, left X. This is Cleon Jones. A 2 in left field makes the catch. Gates Brown, 1-4. Let's take a look at the Gates Brown card. My goodness, folks. 338 with this card. A hideous looking card, really. But I don't think you're going to see the 1-2 card, as I call this one, where homers start at 1-2. Hit 338, but this one does. And the Tigers, just like in game 1, grab the early lead. Willie Horton, 111, flies left. Bill Freehand, 1-9 is a walk. And Kevin Collins, the third baseman, 49 off Seaver, bounce to second. This is Heiss at second base. He makes the play. 1-0, bottom of the second. Cleon Jones, 57's a K. By the way, the lefty starting Lolich is a starter 9. Starter 9s can pitch an extra inning if needed. Lolich had 2 10-inning starts against the Angels. Or was it the Red Sox? He had 2 10-inning starts in one of those playoff rounds. Seaver's a starter 8, so the maximum he can go is 9 by the Roy set. Clendenon, 67's a K. Joe Foy, 1-5, flies left. Top of the third, Elliot Maddox, 67 is a K. Dick Mcauliffe, 5'11 is a walk. Jim Northrup, 54, lines a short. And Al Kaline, 46, triple 1 and 2 single is a single. 2 on, 2 outs receiver, big moment here. Norm Cash, 2-6. Let's take a look at the Norm Cash card. Triple 1 to 3, single dot dot. That's a single dot dot. And again, Seaver, much like the last start we saw in the championship round when he got knocked around early. Let's give him a couple runs. Gates Brown, 1-9 is a single left field. That'll score K-line. Cash holds a second. First and second, 2 outs. Willie Horton, 67's a K. So Seaver has given up at least 3 runs in, my goodness, every start of the playoffs, I believe. And now, in what, well, he is scheduled to pitch game 5, and there should be a game 5, so, excuse me, game 6, that's right. But boy, we'd like to see him throw a, a shutout or a 1-run game at some point in the playoffs. Bud Harrelson, 1-4, grounds a second. Bobby Heiss, 57 is a K. And Jerry Grody, 67 is a K. All right, 3-0 Tigers in the 4th. Mets have them right where they want them. Ahead. Bill Freehand, 38, grounds a short. Kevin Collins, 37, K. Elliot Maddox, 410, third X. And this is Foy, a 4-18 at third base. That's a single. And with 2 outs, Mcauliffe. 210, flies to center field. We go to the bottom of the 4th, where Mickey Lolich is perfect. Tommy A.G., 36, no longer. Ball 4 for the base stealer. Freehand's got a -2 arm. Don't think we'll see much base stealing this series by either team. Pat Corrales, 48, is a walk off the Lolich card. 2 on for Ken Singleton. 2-9 is a K. And now Cleon Jones with 2 on and 1 out. In the 4th, 68 is a fly left. And the dangerous Don Clendenon. Let's take a look at the Clendenon card, because it really crushes left-handed pitching here. So, 2 on, the first trials and tribulations of Lolich here in the 4th inning. And 2 outs for Don Clendenon. Here's a pitch. 5-12 is a K, and Lolich gets him. Stays 3-zip. We go to the 5th, Jim Northrup. 36 is a walk. Al Kaline, 1-5's a 6-4, 3 double play. And with 2 outs, Norm Cash. 1-2, fly to right B plus injury. Another injury in this series. So, Kranepool got injured in game 1, and now we've seen Cash get knocked out. They have some first base options, though. None are particularly good fielders. You know, you'd really hate to have to put, I think you gotta put, Al Kaline at first base, where he's an outstanding first baseman as well. And you're looking for a new right fielder. And you got Mickey Stanley, who will go into center field, and Northrop will play right field. So that's a pretty easy fix there. Not much regression. You still have a 2 at first. Northrop is now a 2 in right, and you have Mickey Stanley a 1 in center, and Willie Horton will have to play the whole game in left. There you go. Not a big deal. Okay. So, it'll be in the bottom of the 5th of a 3-0 game. Joe Foy. 3-6 is a walk. Harrelson. Now, I think it's time to do a little hit and run action here. The hit and run, and he pops out. It didn't work. Bobby Heiss. He'll hit away. 38 is a 5-4-3 double play. Well, the Mets are just squandering opportunity in the last couple innings with walks. They haven't gotten a hit off of Lolich. 3-zip in the 6th. Here's Gates Brown. 34. Flies right. Willie Horton. Here's a who. 69. Center. And Freehand. 47. Double 1 at 7. He gets it. Gets the double. That's the difference this year with Seaver. I keep thinking he's going to turn the page and slam the door, and then they hit a double 1 at 7, fly ball the rest, and then, yeah, you get the idea. Kevin Collins. Runner at second and 2 outs. You got to get this guy out here. 34, you do not. Let's take a look at the Kevin Collins card. And you're like, who? Yeah, well, he played for the Expos in 69. A token round draft pick. I'll kind of go through this again really quickly if I can. The Tigers in the draft thought they knocked it out of the park. They love 7 other hitters. There's rotation in their bullpen. But at the end of the draft, they realized they hadn't had a third baseman or a shortstop on the team. So needing guys to play on the left side of the diamond, they brought Dick Tracewski out of retirement with a 139 batting average because he could play a 2 at short. Elliot Maddox was brought up from the minor leagues a little bit too soon. And they were trying to find a guy who could play third base. And they found this guy, Kevin Collins. Because he can play third base, and he's a left-handed batter, and he's got power. He hit .213. But in this particular example, 3-4 is triple 1-4 double. That is a double. That scores a run, and it's 4-0 Tigers. Elliot Maddox. 410, Elliot Maddox, third X. Third base is Foy. Single off of Foy, 4-18. Not helping out Seaver in game 2. That'll score the run. And it'll be Mcauliffe. 1-7. Let's take a look at the Dick Mcauliffe card. This all started with the double off of Seaver's card. 1-7. It is gone, crushed into the deep, dark night. And somehow, Tom Seaver has given up 7 runs in 6 innings in a World Series game. After a lackluster year. Just has not happened for him. So, Northrop with 2 outs here in the 6th. 35, single 1 to 6. He lines out. 7-0 Tigers. Oh, you can tell they're miffed after losing game 1. Lolich is a no-hitter. Bottom of the 6th. Jerry Grody, 111. Pops the second. Tommy A.G., 1-7 is a K. Pat Corrales, 44, center X, but you can't get a hit off him. He's a 1E5. That's Mickey Stanley. And he makes the grab. Oddly enough, the injury helped the defense in center field. Top of the 7th, Seaver against Al Kaline. 2-5 off Kaline. Triple 1 to 6 double is a triple. The infield comes up for Mickey Stanley. 110, pops to first. It's up for Gates Brown. 45, triple 1 to 8, single. That's 8. 8 runs so far. Playing back, 1 out, Willie Horton. 1-5, center, and with 2 outs. Let's let him finish the inning. Freehand, 37, grounds a third. 7 dismal innings for Tom Seaver. Putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Gil Hodges walks over to him and says, next time, bud. Next time. All right, bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here in Shea. Completely different mood from Game 1. We're listening to Lou Reed's Coney Island Baby LP from '76. Great record here. He's in attendance with his lovely wife, Laurie Anderson. And we go into the bottom of the 7th inning. Mickey Lolich is the story, though, folks. We got a no-hitter in the World Series. No Don Larson, no perfect game. But he's 9 outs away from, well, carryover league history. I haven't had a no-hitter in a World Series game before. Ken Singleton leads off in the bottom of the 7th for the Mets. 38 is a K. Cleon Jones. 311 is a sky to center. And with 2 outs, it's Don Clendenon. 37's a walk. And with 2 outs, it's Joe Foy. There it is. No, it's not. 39's a walk. It's a single against the righty. So, a lot of walks. 2 on, 2 outs for Bud Harrelson. He shouldn't get a hit, should he? 56 of all the guys to ruin a no-hitter. Let's take a look at Bud Harrelson's card against left-handed pitching here, folks. So this is the guy who ruins the no-hitter by rolling 56 off the Lolich card for a single to left field. So now that's over with, let's go for the 8-0 comeback. Lolich can't break. He's a starter 9. Most likely will pitch 9 after watching what John Hiller did in Game 1. So bases loaded, 2 outs. It's Bobby Heiss. 68 is a fly ball to left, and so much for that little rally. All right, 8-0 game. And this means conveniently one thing. It's the Bill Zepp show, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Bill Zepp. Who? Now you know, Bill Zepp was a token round player. The Mets had the final roster spot to pick up in the draft for that long reliever. And Zepp was the best available, and he's pretty good, actually. And he's a starter 6. This guy's got, you know, he'd be a nice little trade piece for some other team to ask about. He's got a 3.22 ERA for the Twins in '70, a team that won that division. So, in the 8th, Zepp will face Kevin Collins. 58, pops to third. Elliot Maddox, 1-8, triple 1 of 14 is a triple. They're actually going to bring in Trzaskowski to play short the rest of the way. They feel they got this thing in the bag, but they didn't in Game 1. Dick Mcauliffe, 36 is a K. And Jim Northrup, 57, a base hit off the Zepper, and it's 9-zip. An angry Tiger squad. A raucous, angry Tiger squad. All they wanted was a split in Shea, and they're about to get it. Al Kaline, 1-5, grounds are short. 9 nada. Bottom of the 8th, Mickey Lolich with a 1-hitter. Jerry Grody will come to the plate. 3-11. Fly ball to right, B+ injury. And Mr. Corrales will finish the game at catcher. Tommy A.G., 3-12 left. A lot of injuries in the World Series. Pat Corrales, 45, skies the center field. Puts the shin guards on. We go to the 9th inning. Zepp will give you another inning. He's just happy to be playing in a World Series. Mickey Stanley, 6'10", triple 1 of 5, double is a double. Gates Brown, 59, pops to second. Willie Horton, 57 is a single off of Zepp and Stanley. Will not challenge the arm. Up and hold freehand. 1-5, center B question mark for Stanley. He might be able to run it. Let's see. He's got a -3 arm out there, though. Well, I think he can run on a 14. And he scores. They get into the double digits there. And with 2 outs, it's Kevin Collins, 210 pitcher. So a strange game. Again, the Mets are scratching their heads about their starting pitching. They've given up 15 runs in 2 games. with Seaver and Kuzmin. Bottom of the ninth, meanwhile, Mickey Lolich coming off a strong Joe Coleman start in Game 1. Mickey Lolich, an even stronger start in Game 2, wants to finish what he starts. Ken Singleton, 310 is a K. Cleon Jones, 1-5. Well, let's look at the card. We look at it before? Probably in Game 1. We look at it every time the Mets play, so it's like a tradition at this point. Solo shot, and there goes your shutout. Don Clendenon, 64, bounced to short. This is Trzaskowski at 2E36. He booted the ball last game, not this game. And that's the difference in the series. Joe Foy, 47 is a K. Mickey Lolich finishes what he starts. Something that the Tigers regretted they didn't let Joe Coleman do in Game 1, thinking about it now. And the Mets are extremely fortunate to have a split and relinquishing home field to the Tigers. Maybe that's what the Mets need to do, be the comeback team. So, Zepp in relief. He gave up 4 hits and 2 runs. And struck out a batter. Seaver was just bad. 12 hits, 8 runs. Oh, folks, it's all earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Tigers just pent up energy. 16 hits. And I talked about, I said, do not sleep on this Detroit team because they had a losing record in the regular season. Because stick-wise, Mcauliffe, Northrup, Kaline, Cash, Brown, Horton, Freehand are outstanding, really. It's just, again, I keep having to do this, but, the 8-9 hitters are awful for the Tigers. And that's the only weakness on the team. They got 3 starting pitchers who were starting 9s. They have John Hillard to close things out if necessary. 2 hits for Lolich, a solo homer in the 9th, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts. He gets a complete game. 1-0-9, 0-1-0-9, 10-16, 1-2, 3-4-5-11. Tigers put 19 men on base to 7 for the Mets. World Series Game 2 is in the books. And the Tigers got to be feeling good. They would have been devastated to be down 0-2 after the way Game 1 ended. But they got to feel, Joe Coleman and Mickey Lolich, they got 3 more starts left in them. And all they have to do is win, 3 more games. Get 1 more win out of Denny McLain or Les Kane. So the Tigers will get their 30th win by this time. The Mets fall to 30-17. Their ERA took a little bump there. It's at the 3.31, hitting .252. And the Tigers are 30-26 for the year. A lot of baseball games. Been hovering near 500 until the playoffs started. Hitting .254, the 3.46 ERA. And again, Lolich is now 9-6. Coleman's 11-4. Dare we suggest what Mr. Seaver is doing at this present time? He's got 1 more start in the World Series. Seaver's 7-6, but it's really the ERA. And it's not like it's unearned runs either. He's only given up 5 unearned runs. Tom Seaver's got a 4.53 ERA. That's clearly unacceptable. And we talked about the struggles that some Hall of Famers have been having in the carryover league, namely Bob Gibson, namely Gaylord Perry, and hopefully for Tom Seaver's sake, he does not fall into that territory and he turns it around the next time he pitches. That's it today from the World Series. Congratulations for the Tigers for evening this thing up and making it exciting. Now we have a best of 5 with the Tigers having home field. We'll see you tomorrow for Game 3.